Barda Pawb! Welcome back to the final summer term. I can't believe how quickly time has gone at the moment. I hope you have all had a lovely half term and got a well-deserved rest with lots of lovely sunshine. Now, two of our maths tasks this week ask you to solve multiplication sums in arrays. Okay, now multiplication, remember, is when we times two numbers together. So when we talk about multiplication, we're talking about our times tables. An array is a way of presenting our multiplication sum in a picture. Okay, and it's a little bit easier for us to understand what our times tables are asking us to do. Now, my multiplication sum I've got here is 4 times 3. 4 times 3. Now, my number 4 tells me how many rows I'm going to have. So I'm going to have 4 rows. Can we see 1, 2, 3, 4. And my number 3 tells me how many dots I need in that row. So we've got 1, 2, 3. That also tells me how many columns I'm going to have. Now remember, rows go across and columns come down. Now, it's really nice and simple for us to solve multiplication when it's in an array, because we can quite clearly see that we've got 4 rows of 3, and from this we can count in our threes. So here we've got 3. Our second row would give us 6. Our third row would give us 9, and our fourth row would give us 12. So now we know that 4 times 3 equals 12. Let's see if we can do another one together. I went to the shop and I bought 6 bags of apples. And in each of my bags of apples, there were 5. Okay, so I know that I've got 6 bags of apples, and in each of the bags there was 5 apples. Now I need to work out what 6 times 5 is, but I want to show it as an array first, just to make sure that I'm 100% correct. So we know that the number 6 tells us how many rows that we have, and our rows go across, don't they? So let's draw 6 dots going down, because we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've got 6 rows that will go across. In each of those rows, I need to have 5 apples. Of course, we're using dots instead of apples because they're a bit easier to draw. So we're going to end up with 5 columns, aren't we? Because the columns go down. So let's draw 5 apples. We've got 1, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need to do that for each of our rows. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Final one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's check. Have we got 6 rows? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Have we got 5 columns? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Brilliant. So we know that each row gives us 5. Shall we see if we can count in our 5s to find out what our sum 6 times 5 is? So we've got 5. Second row would give us 10. The third row would give us 15. The fourth row gives us 20. Fifth row gives us 25. And the sixth row would give us 30. So, when I went shopping and I got 6 bags of 5 apples, I bought 30 apples in total. Now, your task this week asks you to draw an array for different multiplication sums. So I want you to think about what we've talked about, which number needs to show the rows and which number represents the columns. And if you get a bit stuck, you can come back to this video. Let's just do one more together, okay? If we had 3 times by 7. Okay. So we know that we need 3 rows of 7. So 3 rows and 7 columns. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3 rows and 7 in each row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now sevens, our 7 times tables, a little bit hard to count in. So what you could do, instead of counting the columns, instead of counting the rows, sorry, you could count the columns. Because in each column we've got 3. And we all know how to count in our 3s, don't we? So let's give it a go. Here we've got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, and our final one gives us 21. Brilliant. See how you get on this week. Remember to message me if you need any help. Hwyl fawr.